Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here. I did actually manage to squeeze enough time to record this for you guys. So, here's the thing. I mentioned in my previous video, talking about Freyna's bossing build, that I was going to take on every single one of the bosses in this game. Okay, here's what I will do. Alright, for the first for the first 4 solo bosses, we are going to use the maximized skill style. Everything else in the build is exactly the same as what you would have seen in the video. Alright, talking about Freyna's bossing build, but we're going to use maximize skill. Why? Because we can absolutely kill the first 4 bosses in one phase. I'm going to try and minimize your waiting time, so here we go. Let's get started immediately. Let's do this. The first 4 bosses we are going to do in private, okay? And then after that, we're going to move on to Swamp Walker, and Swamp Walker onwards, I will do in public intercepts, okay? Why am I doing this in a slightly different format than what I normally do? Because there's really no point in me showing Executioner, Dead Bride, Devourer, and Pyromaniac in team fights, because quite frankly, you are going to be so much faster solo anyway. So it would be kind of silly to do these non-solo. So yeah, I think it would just be a lot faster if you just went completely solo, especially if you're fully running this build. You would literally be decked out. Okay, here we go.
To your death.
As soon as you get your unique weapon out, Executioner is done for. Okay, there you go. That's done. Easy peasy, right? Okay, so that's Executioner done. Now on to Dead Bride, then Devourer, then Pyromaniac. We're just gonna go tot, 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 tot. And I will try and remove the loading times so that you guys don't have to sit here and watch every single one. It would be a massive waste. Then Swamp Walker onwards, we will do it in teams. Okay, here's round number 2. Okay, as you know, for Dead Bride, come from the side here. Somewhere around here is just fine. Okay. Once she gets up, trigger your venom injection. Then aim straight for the center of the chest. That's usually the easiest way. She gets knocked down. And there you go. Okay. Nice and easy. No fuss. If anyone's wondering why I'm ignoring my modules, it's because I literally have every module in the game, so I'm just ignoring that. The only thing I'm even bothering to pick up are the reactors, and only then because you might get a god roll. Off we go to Devourer. Okay, here comes the Devourer. Now for Devourer, you can choose to cast if you want to. It's really your choice. Once the okay, there we go. Done. It's always nice to trigger the corrosion effect. Okay. There we are. Clear. Off we go. Alright, good. That took about 5 minutes. Next Pyromaniac. Swamp Walker, then we'll start to do it in teams. Now, past Pyromaniac, you should probably change from maximize skill back to power increase. You don't really want a situation whereby you are running maximize skill and still about to get destroyed. In fact, for Pyromaniac, you can immediately swap, as you know, to power increase, but just for the sake of this demonstration, we won't do that. So we'll just go straight into Pyromaniac, kill it, come back out, then Swamp Walker onwards will swap to power increase, and of course for the last fight, which is Death Stalker, we will swap appropriately to the Death Stalker style build. Okay, right here. Cast. Clear. And that's it. Alright, with maximized skill, you literally don't have to worry about a thing. Even with just a purple reactor, you are absolutely going to devastate these enemies. That being said, if you do want to Cirrus up and use a proper gold reactor, your results will be even better, especially for the team fights. However, I'll continue to demonstrate everything with just this purple reactor because I think it's more important that y'all see that even without all the best tools at your disposal, you can still win. Now, as I mentioned, we are going to swap this over to power increase, which is the standard build for most of the fights. Okay, Swamp Walker, here we go, public intercept. So now I have to start cutting out the loading screens for you guys. Here we go. Okay, we're into Swamp Walker with all Freynas. This is gonna be funny. Triple Freyna. I don't know what they're thinking, but okay. I know what I'm thinking, but I don't know what they're thinking. Alright, either way, we don't cast on the first instance. Like I said, for this one, it's actually way better if you focus on just hitting the weak spots. Try to take out the shoulder if possible. If you can knock them down, well, that's up to the individuals. Be sure to turn off your venom injection. Do your part. Don't sweat too much about what others do because, like I said, for the most part, right, if you encounter very, very bad teammates or teammates that don't know what they're doing or they're new to the game, you know, you'll suffer a little bit. That's okay. There's a lot of players that are also afraid to go into lava. Just go into lava. Alright. Now, once again, I recommend at this point, and once you have your secret garden, get in there and start hitting the eye. Once you've hit him with all that, then I would actually recommend going off and collecting MP. Because MP is going to be extremely important, so that's what you're going to need to focus on. Alright, go gather the MP you need. If you are not confident in your Enduring Legacy ammo, alright, and if you're not confident in your teammates, for example, your teammates are literally sitting around doing nothing, that's okay. You can take advantage of your secret garden. It still is a fairly decent weapon, okay? You can see it doing fairly well here. Okay, there we go. Now, this is where the fun begins. Once again, please use your Enduring Legacy to clear these guys out. And make sure to look for a MP drop, because this will help you in the next phase. You do have to unfortunately rescue these guys.
O'Neill can wait for now.
Okay. This build can easily carry others, like I mentioned. You can't always hope for a perfect situation. You can't always hope that your teammates will be competent or even borderline useful. So because of that, just rather than worrying about, you know, rather than having to worry about your health and survival, you can just pick them up, do everything you need to. This is what I particularly like about this build. It's very, very useful for all that kind of stuff. Okay, here we go. Once again, back on the Venom Baptism. Hit it with everything you've got. Okay. And there you go, clear. How much damage did we do there? Let's have a look. As you can see, this thing gives you plenty of survival and damage as well. Did about 52 million there, so practically everything. Once again, very normal. Okay, you can expect to be in these types of situations. It's literally how it is. So, carry on. Don't worry too much. Like I said, these builds are not designed to be glass cannons, so I'm not going to lie to you that, oh, you don't need an energy activator or crystallization catalyst or stuff like that. No, you just go in, do your stuff, go out. Okay, next. Now, Swamp Walker and Obstructer are likely to be your toughest challenges. Here we go. Time for Obstructer. Okay, here we go. Now, this is Obstructer. Now, for Obstructer, most likely it'll be your teammates doing most of the work, if they have to at all. Most people would not use Freyna here because he's resistant to toxic, but still, you can do your thing. Now with Obstructer, it is best to cast. Alright, do your opening casts. Roll, mag dump. There we go. Okay, that's Obstructer down right there. I totally forgot to check the damage. Oof. Darn. I just wanted to showcase to you guys that it works, but yeah, either way, your damage is not going to be high for Obstructer. My sincerest apologies. I totally forgot to get the damage figure. But yeah, for Obstructer, don't expect your damage to be high no matter how much contribution you do, because more than likely, unless there's no Haley in the team at all, you will be outclassed quite severely. Okay, Frostwalker's next. Okay, here we are in Frostwalker. Now let's get going. It's time to butt whip.
Feel the pain.
Now, aim this one, you have to aim for the eye. You must aim for the eye no matter what. Get the eye, get the eye, get the eye, get the eye. Everything is on the eye. Okay, a bit odd there. I'm not quite sure why they didn't. Lepic, come on. Okay, he's finally doing it. Bit slow, but oh well. Okay, he will phase. Not quite sure why the Lepic didn't immediately start busting, but maybe he had some reason for it. Either way, it's fine. On the legs, and if your Venom Baptism is up in time, you can actually hit him with one more, and that should be fine. If you get the opportunity, though, you might want to pick up some MP. MP is pretty good, pretty useful. Alright, you don't have to worry too much about survival, unless all the attacks focus on you, and if you really do need it, you can just turn on your Venom Injection and you'll be okay. And there you go. That's clear. Definitely a little bit of an odd one, this one. I didn't expect it to go to 2 phases, but let's take a look at the damage. 32 million. That's really not bad considering we had Lepics on the team. We had a Lepic on the team. This is with the power increase style. So yeah, not too bad at all. We had 2 Lepics in fact, so yep. 32 million, I'm proud of that. I remember when I did this with Kyle, I was like at 25 million-ish, so wasn't bad at all. Okay, next on our list is going to be Molten Fortress. Now again, I cannot guarantee success. I will do my utmost, but I cannot guarantee success. So I will try. Got my word that I will try, okay? But if it fails, then I will show that authentic result to you guys. Okay, ladies and gents, here we are. We are currently in Molten Fortress. Now, if everyone knows what they're doing, this is going to be easy peasy. If they don't know what they're doing, then, well, that ain't going to work out very well. Now, you got to know the timing for activating your stuff, so I'm going to teach y'all. Okay, first, he lands, right? Activate Venom Injection. Head out. Okay, quick cast. Aim for the face. Okay, this should potentially knock him down. Okay, almost. Ah, good. Somebody climbed on immediately. That's great. Swap to your Enduring Legacy. Go ham. Go ham. Go ham. You can theoretically one-phase this. You can theoretically one-phase this before he gets up. There you go. Clear. So there's Molten Fortress right there. If you can get the knockdown, which happened there, which is really fantastic, easy peasy. If enough damage is dealt, then life is good. If enough damage is not dealt, life is not so good. Here we did about 26 million, so that includes Enduring Legacy's damage, of course, but not too bad. Not too bad. You're not the best bosser, but you can contribute pretty effectively, so don't hesitate. Next on our list is Gluttony. You do not need to make any changes for Gluttony, but you do need to make changes for Stalker. If you find that you have a lack of survival in Gluttony, what you do is you take out Focus on Tech. You can add, I believe you can add the other shield mod, because right now using 2 HP mods, 1 shield mod, you can add the other shield mod if you really feel like you cannot survive against Gluttony. Most of the time, though, you should be fine with just this, okay? I'll demonstrate. Okay, ladies and gents, we are currently in Gluttony right now. All right. We have an Enzo, a Haley, Ultimate Glay, and a me. Okay, here we go. Trigger. Now, standard, cast, go, roll. Now, if he interrupts you, then you may not be able to finish mag dumping. So just do your best you can. Don't sweat it too much. Unfortunately, we lost about 12 shots there, but you don't really have a choice. Okay, try and regenerate your shields as much as possible. All right, do not hesitate if you have to leave your Venom Injection on for a while. Okay, if he's in frenzy mode, good. Now go be a good distraction. Okay, that's nice. There we go. All right. Once again, cast 1, cast 2. Okay, good. Turn off your powers again. Okay, very good. This is where the fun begins. Waste the minions real quick. There's literally no point otherwise. If necessary, go rescue.
Enzo, we need you on your feet.
Okay. Okay, very good.
Take
Venom injection, cast, and then straight into it. Baptize him. There we go. Clear. Here, about 45 million damage. Not that fantastic for Gluttony, so the other characters definitely did more, but a fairly even contribution. So considering the time that we took for this one, which was only about 2.5 minutes, that was a fairly even contribution. So I'm satisfied with that. Like I said, Freyna is not exactly the best for bossing if you want to use her for bossing, but she can hold her own, at least. She's not going to be a total liability. All right, of course, there are other characters that I would still recommend, and I would still prefer to use other characters, but this is possible. Okay. Next on the list is Stalker. Now, before Stalker, we need to do a little bit of preparation. What did I say before? Remove focus on tech, and here you want to put toxic antibody. If you feel that you still cannot survive, you can take out dangerous ambush and put in even more survival. I do not recommend this. Okay? Dangerous ambush is still quite necessary for you to reach your full potential. So this should suffice for what you'll need against Stalker. Now, we're going to go in. Stalker right there. I mean, the first time I ever fought Stalker, I fought with 12,000 shields and could survive. Although, okay, I did get down a little bit, but if you dodge perfectly, there's no trouble, right? So, same principle here, but here you are constantly regenerating shields, so you don't have to worry as much. However, please keep in mind that you don't want to just face tank everything. Unlike with other characters like Enzo and Haley and all that, you do not have like 20,000 shields or whatever. You got 15.8 thousand. Okay, so be careful, be aware, and try to at least hold the line. Okay, try to at least hold the line. Okay, here we go. Okay, ladies and gents, here we are. Right. Okay.
See you later.
Now for this one, I do not ADS. Why? Because you have to avoid their rings. So I do aim for weak spots, but I do not ADS. As soon as I am done shooting, alright, I take it easy. Why am I using Secret Garden? Sorry about that. Secret Garden is actually for eliminating other stuff. And I always go for the minions first. Why? Because MP is going to be glorious. Now, if you haven't already, start mag dumping immediately. Use your 20-second shield regeneration as frequently as possible. Alright, and start mag dumping. Okay. Now, if you need regeneration, what I'll normally do is I will immediately, if I do need like health and regeneration and whatnot, I will actually trigger my venom injection. Alright? Why did these guys go over there? Do they not know how to do this?
Bunny, on your feet. Thanks.
Follow me.
Your distraction.
Okay, these guys do not know what to do. Oh no. Ah, I got hit there.
Get out of the way!
Don't touch that one. Okay.
Freyna, get up!
I'll dissolve you all.
If you can get to this one, the rest will disappear. So, there we go. Okay, they've been invited over. Should be alright. Now, usually at this stage, what I will do... I love the skull symbol when it's obscured. Looks cool. Alright. At this stage, this is where I'll just use my Secret Garden, because you don't need to use your Enduring Legacy for this one. Just load it up on ammo. Do what you have to do. Alright. Prepare for trouble. Okay. Once everything has been settled, start firing. Get you all back up and start blasting. Okay, play a little bit of hopscotch if you have to. That is quite necessary to succeed. Now, turn off the Venom Injection again, save mana. If you need to recover your shields a bit, go ahead and turn it on. The cost is not actually that much, so you can utilize that to survive if you have to. Alright, especially if you are one of the people that's doing most of the mag dumping, then that'll help you tremendously. Okay. Very good. I'm gonna go straight there because that'll be easier. That way they don't have to worry about these things. Okay, good. Oh dear. Did not see that one. Unfortunately for Freyna, I tend not to use her for Stalker because I feel that in order for her to be efficient, she needs more damage rather than survival, and Stalker tends to be more survival based. It's really up to you if you want to, but yeah, unfortunately, a couple of mistakes and you'll have problems. That's why I very much prefer Enzo. Of course, you can't just use Enzo for everything, but still. Enzo and Haley are just too good. But you can avoid down simply by just dodging everything, so... Okay, there we go. And now just finish off. And there we are. Okay, Stalker beaten. Let's take a look at the damage. 56 million. Not very good, but it's alright. But considering that that was a 5-minute run, that's actually pretty poor. Under normal circumstances, right, if you are getting a 5-minute run, 5 to 6 minute run, you should actually be around 70 to 80 million. Assuming that you are the one contributing the most. But here, obviously, that was not the case. So there you go. That is a full demonstration of how this build fares in every single boss situation. Okay? Again, what I will say is that you do want to be careful with this. You do have to understand that no matter how hard you try, Freyna is ultimately, okay, not really a bossing character. She is a mobbing character, and she is designed for combat under mobbing situations, not really for bossing situations. So please do not fall for those builds that tell you 100 million damage or whatever. If they really can, then sure, you know, by all means. I would look forward to that under imperfect circumstances with totally random teammates, things like that. I would love to see it, because I haven't seen a single one that can legitimately prove that they can actually handle that amount of damage, you know, or dish out that amount of damage with a reasonable build. So this is how it works. All right, this is how the build works under all circumstances. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Missing you guys until the 22nd, man.